It's a great day at the Academy of Scholars. Welcome to another episode of Scholarly Speaking Live with Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson, the Director of Student Success at the Academy of Scholars. And I am Benny Crane Jr., the Assistant Director of Student Success.
Thank you for joining us for today's live session. No matter where you're joining us from, whether you're at work or at home, we pray that you're having a great AOS day and hope that you can visit us here on campus someday soon. So last week we discussed helping your child make and keep friends this summer. This week we're discussing how to transition your family schedule from summertime to school time. But before we get started, Benny, where can our viewers watch today's live session once it's over?
Everything from this show ends up on our website, academyofscholars.com, including both the audio and video versions. If you prefer watching us each week, you can find the video version on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, LinkedIn, and Instagram. If you're looking for something entertaining to listen to on your drive to work each day, you can download the audio version anywhere you download your favorite podcast. Now, shout out to all those people who are joining us live today. And to those of you who follow us on our social media platforms, we see you and we appreciate you joining us. Do us a favor and tell your friends we're on. All you have to do is hit that share button right there. Comment and tell us about your family's summertime schedule. Has it been just like the school year schedule with similar wake up and bedtimes? Or has everyone been staying up late and waking up even later? Tell us, we want to know.
So Benny, we all know what time it is when all the commercials on TV are about little kids dancing in their favorite outfits, and all the stores you visit have rows and rows of crayons, markers, notebooks, and pencils at the front of the store.
Back to school time.
Yes, back to school time. And yes, we know that there are still some days left before some children, like AOS scholars, actually return to school. But we also know that the transition from summertime to school time can be a little unnerving for kids and their parents.
Yes.
And that's why we're sharing this information with our parents. When and how to get your child ready for that switch from summertime to school time. The first thing parents should do is start now.
Yes.
And yes, the last thing you or your child want to be thinking about in July is school. But starting the transition process a few weeks before school actually prepares your child for what's to come, avoiding the shock to the system when they have to do it the day of. So talk about what's to come little by little, reminding your child that in a few weeks, and you can have a calendar as a visual aid with the first day of school highlighted, summertime ends and school begins. If your child expresses sadness or shows distress about this, use this time to ask questions. Ask what they're worried about and discuss how they can handle what they're concerned about. Ask them questions that will get them in a positive mood as well. Questions such as, well, which friends are you excited to see the most?
Yes, and this is really good exercise, especially if your children are transitioning to a new school, particularly if they're going from elementary to middle school or middle school to high school.
That's right.
Just because your kids aren't talking about their fears and worries does not mean they don't have them.
Yeah.
So give them an opportunity to talk about them. Perhaps open the dialogue by talking about your own transition to a new school and how that was for you.
That's good. Now, second, focus on the sleep schedule and start the transition of summer bedtime to school bedtime. If you've allowed your child to go to bed later in the summer, start transitioning them back to their normal school year bedtime. And not just the kids, but the entire family's sleep schedule.
Yes.
This avoids the back to school morning chaos that could occur because the family sleep schedule would be back on track earlier.
Yes, because sleep deprivation impacts everyone negatively, and the only way to recover from sleep deprivation is to get more sleep. So don't wait until the day before school starts to go to bed early and you spent all summer in deficit.
That's right.
Start getting back into a good sleep routine now.
I get 8 hours, whether it's summer or the school year.
Me too.
I need it.
Me too.
Third, take the time to ease back into the routine. It will take time for you and your child's body and brain to adjust to the normal school time routine. So slowly transitioning to an earlier bedtime and wake up time is very important, especially for adolescents whose body's natural sleep schedule is later. It is recommended that you begin this process 4 to 6 weeks before the school year begins, because this can be the most difficult transition of all for children.
And I know some of you are saying, oh no, school is starting next week or in 2 weeks. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Start tonight and give your children as much runway as possible to get their bodies acclimated back to the school year schedule.
That's right. And fourth, make sure your children have a summer schedule with routines that mirrors their school schedule. We talked about this in one of our earlier summer series, Scholarly Speaking Live 52, how to make this the best summer ever. Having a structured summer schedule that closely mirrors their school schedule helps children adjust easily from school time to summertime and vice versa. Keeping a structured summer schedule involves having to follow instructions, accomplishing specific tasks, all while working on a time schedule, just like in school.
Please do this. And this includes doing something academically, especially reading. They should be reading every day. And I know it's rare that a child would say something like, yay, academic work in summer. But this will really benefit them. So they go back into school year with a firm footing.
That's right. Now, finally, fifth, don't beat yourself up if after you've done everything we've suggested, the transition from summertime to school time does not go smoothly and is still filled with a lot of chaos and anxiety. Listen, change is hard. Add to that the anxiety that comes from uncertainty about what is to come. Children may not always express it, but as excited as they may be about going back to school and seeing their friends, there is still some anxiety about making new friends, adjusting to a new teacher, or a new grade level, like Benny talked about earlier.
Yes.
The anxiety may be even higher if your child will be attending a new school. If this happens, it's okay. Keep your same routines at home until your child gets fully readjusted from summertime to school time mode. Well, what do you think? Are you and your child ready for school to start? How do you plan to make the transition smooth? Did you learn something new from today's episode? Comment and let us know your thoughts on today's topic.
And if you're looking for more information to help you transition your child from a summer to school time schedule, go to our website at academyofscholars.com/scholarly speaking resources. In the meantime, we suggest you check out the book, The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson and Rafael Lopez. The Day You Begin can be a really great book to read with your young children before the start of school. This New York Times bestseller tells a poignant yet heartening tale about finding courage to connect, even when you feel scared and alone. With its lyrical text and dazzling illustrations, The Day You Begin reminds us that we all feel a little like outsiders sometimes, and how brave it is when we go forth anyway. And that sometimes when we reach out and begin to share our stories, others will be happy to meet us halfway. And remember, no matter where you live in the world, you can give your child access to an exceptional Christian affordable education with the Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning. Not only does the Academy of Scholars give your child the opportunity to engage in school at their own pace, but we also provide a comprehensive curriculum with classes like coding and computer science that will have your child excited about school each day. The Academy of Scholars Premier Online Learning is the online school you've been looking for.
I hope you enjoyed today's live session. To learn more about our amazing school, the Academy of Scholars, please go to our website at academyofscholars.com. Join us next time as we continue our live discussions. Next week, we'll be talking about different parenting styles and which one is the best. Until next time, I am Dr. Stacy Lambert-Johnson.
And I'm Benny Crane Jr.
Saying goodbye and be blessed.
The Academy of Scholars. Exceptional, Christian, affordable.